What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to show you one of the coolest One Piece promos you will ever see, and yes, I feel very confident making that claim, and I want to tell you how you go about getting it. It's not going to be easy, but oh, it's going to be worth it. Look at this card! And there's so much going on here. You've got Shonen Jump written at the top. I'm pretty sure that says Jump. It definitely says Shonen at the top. You've got the One Piece 25th anniversary logo with Shanks giving Luffy his hat. Yeah, that's right. I'm watching the anime now. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, you've got what I believe is the first ever blue Luffy card. I think that's right. Luffy in One Piece is very much going to be like Agumon over in the Digimon TCG. You are going to be getting it in every color. No, I'm being completely stupid. Obviously, there was the blue Luffy in OPO2, which literally has the best artwork in OPO2. And I mean it sincerely. The alternate art, the Akira Igawa artwork, as far as I'm concerned, is the single best piece of artwork in OPO2. Come at me in the comment section with your arguments. So I see this card, and I do believe it's the coolest promo they've released so far. Partly, it's just got a wonderful background. Partly, it's the fact that you've got the stamps on there, and I'm a sucker for a good stamp. Partly, it's because you've got the real montage there of all of those different characters. And partly, it just looks really, really cool. But it is actually a card in and of its own right, so we should briefly talk about what it does. Translations here from me, but I did check with Helio from the Discord to make sure I wasn't being a silly. 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, it's fine. But it's got an activate main. You may return this card to the bottom of its owner's deck and draw a card. I don't mind this. And term playability. In terms of how cool it is, oh my goodness, I love it. In terms of playability, it's fine. It's alright. I could see a use for it. Certainly, you've got a limit of how many characters you can have on the field. You can replace them, but why replace them when you can shuffle this in and draw a card? But the stats aren't great. And you're kind of drawing one card, but you got to play it as a 4 cost. And if you can cheat around and play this for free, fine. I like it. But that's about the only situation in which I can see this being really good. Outside of that, not loving it, honestly. But that's fine. It just looks amazing. So then we get to the question, and I saw Orange Samurai post this card earlier, and all of the comments were just, how do I get this card? Right. Let me explain how you get this card. So it's coming out in Weekly Shonen Jump, which is a magazine over in Japan, and it is coming out on the 7th of January. It is the New Year 6 to 7 merger issue. So, how do you go about getting that? Well, there is an easy answer and a far more difficult answer. And I hate to break it to you, you're probably going to fail the easy answer. But let me tell you anyway. Amazon Japan. Now, Amazon Japan is very easy and lovely, and I love ordering from Amazon Japan. Because essentially, should make it super clear before we go. You are responsible for your own orders. I am giving you my advice. Please do all the checking yourself. It is easy to make mistakes ordering stuff from Japan. I am only talking about my experience. Please check everything yourself. But from my experience over in Japan, using Amazon Japan, it's brilliant. The shipping is incredibly reasonable, and they calculate all of your customs charges, etc. when you check out. I have ordered a lot from Amazon Japan. Past couple years, I'm averaging about 2 orders a month from Amazon Japan. I have never had a customs charge. That doesn't say you never will, but I've never had one, and I order from Amazon Japan a lot. Cool. And what you need to do is find out when it goes up for pre-order. Now, here's the awkward thing, trying to find a pre-order on Amazon Japan. It's going to go up without the magazine image. So the most recent thing that I pre-ordered on Amazon Japan was yesterday, in fact, when I ordered the next issue of Strongest Jump, which is releasing on January the 4th. The fact that this is up for pre-order means that the magazine with Luffy should be up for pre-order very, very soon. And you can see there I paid 630 yen, with 2,189 yen shipping, it basically worked out at £17. Now, admittedly, it's like a £4 book, but this is shipped from Japan with everything included, which is really quite simple. You'll also notice I am just ordering from a Japanese website with no image of the magazine. Now, what actually happened was I ordered the December issue of Psycho Jump. No, sorry, the January issue, which came out in December, because that had a Digimon promo in. And then in that magazine, the coming next month was like, hey, there's a couple of Digimon promos. And I was like, oh, cool. I better be looking out for that. And I ordered it, and life is good. And I don't need to worry about it now. When that's released, it is going to be shipped to me automatically, and you're not getting it cheaper. You are not going to be able to get that book any cheaper than pre-ordering it when it goes up on Amazon Japan. So what's the downside? It's a One Piece promo. And the problem is, we've seen this. We have seen a bunch of One Piece magazine promos over in Japan, and I can tell you, as somebody that is sitting there on Amazon Japan regularly, I mean, I missed the last one. The last one was a V-Jump with Smoker. Missed it. And I was checking like multiple times a day for weeks. But what happened was they put it up for pre-order in the middle of the night UK time while I was asleep. And by the time I woke up, it was sold out. And it never went back into stock for a decent price. Sometimes it does, incidentally. Sometimes it does go back into stock. If you watch it, I never saw it go back into stock at a decent price. So this is where it gets more awkward. What do you do if you miss the Amazon Japan window? And I hate to say it, the vast majority of you, even if you're trying, are going to miss the pre-order window. And I know that because I've seen what happens to Japanese magazines that have One Piece promos. This is going to sell out. Like, instantly. Sorry. But this is going to sell out super duper quickly on Amazon Japan, and most people, the vast majority of people, are going to miss out. So, with all of that borne in mind, what do you do if you miss it? It's not the cheapest, but the easiest way to do it. Just find a reseller of either the promo or the magazine with the promo. Make sure the magazine has the promo. That is very, very important. And you're going to pay above the odds. You're probably going to pay massively above the odds, I'm afraid. You know, this magazine is actually a 300 yen magazine. That is how much the magazine actually costs over in Japan. It's going to be somewhere in the region of 15 quid to get it shipped to the UK. If I can get hold of this. If I can find the window. Oh, I should say it's like a $2.30 magazine. However, if I miss the window and I have to buy it from a reseller, I'm going to pay like $30. Which sucks. Not much I can really do about that. But that is about how much it's going to cost. It's going to be about 30 quid. Happens. In terms of resellers, there's none that I use that I would particularly recommend. They're easy enough to find online. Go find your own one. But there is another option, and it's what I tend to do. And that is using a proxy address. Now, I use Tenso, but as I always say, I'm not recommending Tenso. I'm not endorsing them. I'm not sponsored by them. I am telling you which one I use. Generally, they've been pretty good. There was one instance where one of my packages was delivered, but they didn't tell me it was delivered. So I had to email them and get them to find it. And it almost got lost, but it didn't get lost, and it all worked out in the end. Plus, you're navigating Japanese websites. It's not easy. But what is going to happen is, when it sells out on Amazon, it is still going to be available on Amazon from third-party resellers, most of which are not selling it for much more than retail. The problem is, the vast, vast majority of these third-party resellers will not ship outside of Japan. So if we look at the Smoker V-Jump as a nice example, you will notice there that it's 730 yen, which is a tiny bit above the cover price of like 600 yen, but it will not deliver to the UK. So use a proxy address, and a proxy address, basically what it does is it gives you like a PO box, a mailbox in Japan, and you can get almost anything shipped there. There are some sites that if they find out using a proxy address will not ship to you, but Amazon Japan sellers don't care, you'll be fine. And then when it goes, you'll get an email from your shipping company like Tenso, and they'll go, hey, it's in stock. You log in on Tenso, and you pay for it to get shipped to you. And you will overpay for shipping, because you've hired a company to get it sent to them and ship it to you. Obviously, they're going to charge you more than it would cost you to ship it straight to you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a business model. One of the best things to do, and the reason I use this, I have a Tenso order going most of the time. Every month or two, I'll get something sent down from Tenso because I'm ordering from Japanese websites for all of my various games on my various channels. Well, this one and PCG Radio. So for me, I can add this to my order, and it doesn't cost that much to ship because I'm already getting stuff shipped out anyway. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is coming out at the beginning of next year. I'm hopefully going to have a box or two of this coming from Japan. So if I miss out on the Amazon pre-order, and you better believe I'm going to be trying, but if I do miss out, I will just buy it from a third-party reseller. I'll pay a little bit more than retail. I'll get it shipped to Tenso. And then when I have my Scarlet and Violet order shipped over, I'll just have this added on, and it won't add much to the shipping. No, that is not an easy way to go about it, but it is an option. And I'm afraid they're the only three options. At least the only options that I've found that are worth discussing. You either order it from Amazon if you find a pre-order window, and I'm sorry, but for things like this, I guarantee, and I know I just showed you the last 3 issues of Shonen Jump, and I know none of them were sold out. I have not seen any magazine in Japan that has a One Piece promo that didn't sell out basically instantly. They sell out immediately. I'm sorry, that's just what happens. So you've got the option of reseller websites, there's plenty of them around, find your own, or just eBay, or you can use a proxy address. And I know most of you are hoping for a better answer. I was hoping for a better answer, and I assure you, you have my word, ladies and gentlemen. If I ever find a better answer, I will make a video and explain it to you in great detail. But right now, your options are Amazon Japan, but that is going to be a small window, proxy address, or resellers. That's just the way it is. As a side note, if I find the pre-order window on Amazon Japan, I will order it for myself. I will then tweet the link out so you can all find it. And I probably won't. I missed it for the last V-Jump with Smoker. But if I do find it, I will tweet it out for you. You have my word. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Not the best answer, I'm sorry, but the best answer I can give you. And now it's over to you guys. What do you think about this promo? Do you agree with me that it is one of the, well, probably the coolest promo we've seen so far? Are you going to be trying to rush out and get it? Oh, I should say, right? This is one of a question I'm going to get, which I haven't answered yet. Let me answer it now. Yes, it's coming out in English. How do I know that? Because so far, all the One Piece promos have come out in English, and it's made by Bandai, and Bandai have gone out of their way to make sure that all the Digimon promos have come out in English. So, no, I don't foresee a world in which we don't get an English version of this. It does seem to be a Shonen Jump promo very specifically, so maybe we get a slightly different version of it without that printed on it. But I feel pretty confident we end up getting this promo because we get the promos, and Bandai are really good with that. That's my prediction, at least. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wasi. That's where we talk One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.